Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Taken In by Ichiraku. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And follow me on my Mera What If channel as well if you haven't done so already. And yeah, I have made a lot of videos in my life about Naruto. Like for 4 years I've been doing this, but not a single time it came to me that maybe I should try this with the most obvious characters. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. So hope you guys enjoy this one. So leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on my Mera What If channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato. 8 years after the Kyuubi attack as we go towards the said village. 8 years have gone by since the Kyuubi attack had happened. 8 years since Konoha had refused to stand down and let that attack define it. And the village was much more booming than ever, filled with life, as we go towards the ramen stand in the market, known as Ichiraku ramen stand. At the top front counter we see the daughter of the owner, Ayame Ichiraku, and behind her in the kitchen was working two, the most closest two people to her. Her father, Tenuichi Ichiraku Ramen, owner, and Naruto Uzumaki, the boy they had adopted. As Naruto was here, boiling noodles and cooking ramen, perfecting his own craft, which he was quite in love with and really liked doing so because it brought him calm and happy memories. As suddenly the shades that were at the front of their ramen stand were opened and in came a figure that was imposing, wearing white robes and a hat the tip of which was red. As Ayame smile dropped a bit until it returned. Hazard of a profession. Ah, Hokage-sama, what would you like today? Please have a seat. I would like to have a bowl of miso ramen, please. And I would like to speak to you, chef. One miso ramen coming right up. Any toppings you want to add? Yes, a bit more of broth and some kimchi on the side. It will be done. And so that is what was brought. And brought by the chef itself, or more like its helper, Naruto, who was wearing white robes of a chef, and he stood in front of the counter now facing his customer. What can I do for you, Hokage-sama? Naruto, my boy, are you still pissed about what had happened, even after a year has passed? It's not about me being pissed or anything. It's about me being able to find something I truly enjoy and love without getting the hate. And some of the civilians have tried my ramen, and they have said that I may not have been able to become a damn good shinobi, but hey, I'll be able to become a damn good chef when it comes to ramen, that is. Listen, Naruto, I really wish you could continue to do this, but you can't. Why? Said Naruto as a frown appeared on his face. Hiruzen looking at him looked conflicted because he knew that he had to tell the boy why. You are a Jinchuriki. So just because I am that, I have to give up on my dreams so that I can become a soldier for the village that is already at peace? We are at peace, but there are some skirmishes that are going on around. And God knows when there might be the next conflict. That is true, but I am happy where I am. Thank you very much for stopping by, Hokage-sama. As Naruto turned on his back and began to leave. As Hiruzen remained there with a sigh. What do you think, Ayame? Did I make a mistake? I do not know about anything, but you do owe us 10 ryus. And so after paying that and one ryu tip more, Hiruzen took off back to his office. Once arriving there, he was busy staring at the village from the window behind his office desk. As the door opened, Hiruzen turned his chair to find the three elders standing there. So, I heard that you went back again to talk to the boy. He's not going to listen to you, is he? No. He says that he has found his calling. His calling, he says. Do you understand the gravity of the situation? How absurd it sounds. The Jinchuriki of a village its supposed best weapon, learning the arts of noodles and whatnot while ignoring his true duty, his destiny. Tell that to him. He's the one who is not buying that stuff anymore. I think it would be for the best if we leave the boy alone. Are you insane, Iruzen? That is absurd, said Koharu, as Homura nodded. She is correct. Both of them are. Whether the boy likes it or not, we cannot allow him to remain there. It has been a year. The boy has been doing whatever he pleased. He should be lucky that the academy has begun for a year or so, and he is only a little bit behind. He can still begin now, and there will be a lot more future for him, even though he will be a bit late. Why don't you go and pay him a visit? Oh, we will. And you know, when we do, there will be consequences for him to deal with. Are you threatening him? Never forget that like you all, he is under my protection because he lives by my rules. But he isn't following your rule. That is because the boy has given up on his dreams. Because of your very plan, Danzo Shimura. As Danzo remained quiet. What is he talking about, Danzo? Said Koharu and Homura. I have figured out who was the one who leaked. Wait, you can't be serious, Danzo? You have any proof of this, Hiruzen? You never trusted me, Homura, Koharu, even though we were the ones who were teammates. All those years we spent fighting, looking out for each other's back. Here's your proof, said Hiruzen, throwing the proof in front of their face. These are brought from his root Anbus, those who have turned rogue. The rest of them are being saved right now as we speak. What? Anbu! Anbu! Danzo called, but none of them came. What did you do, Hiruzen? I have found out the truth about you, and you hereby are removed from your seat as from the elder as well as placed under arrest of Konoha for trying to sell out the Hyugas to the Kumo and the information about Minato and Kushina to the Akatsuki organization or whatnot you call it. You have no proof of that. I have your signed documents. I have proof alibis. The ones who were you sent for the missions. You did this. You claim to be the biggest patriarch of Konoha and yet you did this behind our back. How can you, Danzo? I was doing what was best for the village, even if it means that you have to betray it, said Homura. We trusted you more than Hiruzen, and we made a mistake. Because we thought that you were loyal to Konoha, and Hiruzen's methods were weakened. But now we realize that you wanted the seat for yourself. And so the Onbus came and arrested Danzo Shimura. As he was arrested and brought into custody, both of them looked towards Hiruzen and said, regardless of what might have happened, our thoughts are still the same. The boy, when we speak of him, he needs to be brought back. He doesn't want to be. And that is something that I can respect because I owe it to his father and mother. You all do. They all do. He said, pointing towards the window from which the village could be seen, as they all gazed towards the statue at the Hokage monument of the fourth face, and became quiet. While back at Ichiraku's stand, we see Naruto was still working at making ramen, as Tenoichi and Ayame closed in the restaurant for the night. I'll be leaving. I've eaten some ramen that was left. It's alright, Naruto. As Ayame then said, Nay, Naruto. What is it, Ayame-san? What Hokage-sama said. You really don't want to become a Hokage anymore? It took me some time to realize this. These people hate me. And I get that. They fear that if I become a shinobi, I might be releasing the Kyuubi. Because I am a demon. But once you took me in and begin to share the passion that you have, I opened my eyes. Because I only wanted to become a shinobi or even a Hokage so that I could get their approval. But you showed me that I don't need to do that. Because I will find my own people like how I found you two. So we're like your people, huh? Said Ayame, of course. I really mean it. said Naruto, looking down with a bit of blush. I'm leaving, okay? As Naruto left, we see Tenoichi and Aime looking towards one another and smiling. That was the best decision I made. And the boy, he's more happy, more free from all that expectations, burdens. I'm happy for him. As now we go to a flashback of Tenoichi, in which we see a year ago, Tenoichi was returning after shopping from the market for the supplies such as vegetable as well as meat that he needed to cook ramen broth and ramen ingredients. As he saw in an alleyway, Naruto, he was held by an arm and some of the onbus stood by near them. As the man who was known as the baker there then said, "This boy was found stealing bread from me. Again! Again, I tried to pay you. You just won't take my money. So I took the bread, left the money there. Is that too hard to ask?" "Is it true, Naruto?" "I told you I left the money there. You can still go and check. I don't need your money. And I don't want you to take anything from me, you monster." "Then how am I gonna supposed to eat? What am I supposed to eat?" "To hell with that. I don't care." As even the Anbus then said, "That is by law, Naruto, illegal. If someone doesn't want to sell to you, you don't have to buy from them. Everyone here doesn't want to sell me anything, except for the ramen stand. The Ichiraku ones where I go. Then go to them. Live with them for all I care. Leave the hell alone, the rest of us." As that is when Tenoichi decided. Seeing Naruto like this, he had to share his skills. Because one, the boy praised him. Second, he knew that the boy needed something to survive. Basic cooking skills. And that is why Naruto was taken in. But Naruto turned in within months from a survivor to a chef prodigy who was more and more eager to learn, creating even different sorts of ramens, experimenting, and they were selling like hot cakes. And right now their ramen stand was the one who was making the most in the Konoha. It brought them a lot of business. And to the Ichiraku family, the Tenoichi and Aime, it was like a blessing in disguise. Tenoichi thought of Naruto as a son that he never had, while Aime thought of Naruto as a little brother she never had. As now we go to the present, where we see Tenoichi had a smile on his face. The boy will go far, very far, in this field. As now we see, time passed. As Naruto reached at the age of 13, by then Ichiraku ramen stand was no longer a stand, but a goddamn restaurant in which all variants of ramen was being served. Different broth styles, different stuff, different ingredients, some even controversial ones, but they worked out in the end and brought more business. Even from the land of fire, the delegations from different villages that arrived were also visiting that stand whenever they could. And Naruto was more than willingly glad to help, because he had found his passion, something that he loved to do, and would people praise him for, even if they did not know who the chef was. All the while Hiruzen realized that Naruto was getting more and more distant from his own heritage. Even though he wanted Naruto to be given time to give up on this, he realized that Naruto might have found his passion. As a council meeting was going on, in which Hiruzen was asked this question again by the remaining two elders. "Hiruzen, we need to do something about Naruto. Look, I'm happy that Konoha, because of him and the Ichirakus where he works, has become a hotspot for a lot of business for them. And a lot for other shops. But we need to focus on the main problem here. He is a Jinchuriki. He is our last line of defense. And he needs to be prepared for it. For anything that happens. And we need to make sure that he is properly trained. I have contacted him. And he is to be brought here in front of the council. Because today we will decide what to do with him." And so Naruto was brought here in front of them. As Naruto was still wearing his robes. Why am I being called to the council? I am just a cook in the ramen shop. I don't have anything to do here, right? "But my dear boy, you have everything to do here," said Shikaku Nara as he stood up. "You are the last line of defense for Konoha. You do realize that, right? All I know is that I am being cursed to hold the Biju. And that is something that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to become a shinobi, a weapon of mass destruction or something that you dream of me to be. I'd rather be a chef and see smiles on my customers' faces while cooking and doing something that I truly love. But you cannot do that. Because what will happen to us? What will happen if Kumo and any other village tomorrow decides to attack us? What will you do then? Serve them bowl of ramen? Sometimes that helps more than a few kunais in the guts. How has that worked out so far? There has been 3 wars, and yet still there is always a danger of lingering more towards a war. Naruto told them, and this shuttered them up because their own ideologies came slapping back at them like a boomerang does. Now please, when I say this from the bottom of my heart. I don't want to become a shinobi. I did not ask to be made into a Jinchuriki. I did not had a say in it. If there was a way, or is a way, then please take it out because I can't deal with this. You will die if we do that, then don't do it. Leave me be. When I die, you will obviously take it into a new Jinchuriki. In the meanwhile, what do we do? Pray and hope nothing happens? Yes, because who does want to have a war? As you say, there is a threat. Make sure that that threat does not become a reality. That is all there is to it. As Hiruzen smiled, and knowing that smile, the elders realized that Hiruzen was sold. You're right, Naruto. Konoha can take care of its own problems. In the past, since hundreds of years, we have never used our Jinchuriki. Mitosama wasn't used, Kushina wasn't used, and Naruto highly and more unlikely would be used. If anything, Konoha has fought so many wars, all on their own because of strong shinobis. As people begin to murmur, and I am very, very certain that if this soil was capable of producing legends back then, it will produce legends of the future as well again. You are free, my dear boy. No obligation to your job. No, that cannot be. If you don't listen to us, my dear boy, we will go to the daimyo, and he will make you do this, or either leave. So you're threatening me to get out? Yes. Fine. Naruto, you don't have to leave, said Hiruzen. Don't listen to the elders, just now. If this is going to continue from here on out, it will be a major headache. I'd rather move to the land of fire, because we wanted to open our second restaurant there. I will go there myself and open it. And so, with the help of the Ichirakus, the second branch was opened there, and Naruto was managing it alone because he was more than ever passionate about it. And it was one of the hot spots there to visit by the other daimyos as well, sometimes being dined there. And whenever they were visiting Konoha, they would arrive at the branch as well. The Land of Fire daimyo got close to Naruto because he was someone who was likable and much more easy to talk to. His personality attracted a lot of people, whether they were powerful or not. And that is how, for the next 3 years, as Naruto reached at the age of 16, Naruto's life went. While back at Konoha, a few people were enraged that he abandoned them, while the rest, they were kind of making terms with it. Some were outright happy that the demon left. They could care less about him. As it was night time, Naruto was almost closing as a bunch of people with red clouds and black cloaks arrived wearing straw hats. We were like a bowl of ramen each. Please sit down. I'll make something for you. As Naruto, having the remaining ingredients laying around, made some bowls of ramen for them. That is quite a good ramen that you make. Listen, I have a question. I heard that you are able to give a lot of answers to them. The people who ask questions. I try, sir, but oh well, let's give it a shot. What do you have in mind? Say, what if a person who is quite happy with their life, what would you do if they had something that you desperately need, and that need will solve all the problems of the world? If it is possible, you can go and ask. But what if that person would die if we take it, or if he gives it up? Then I would find another solution. What if there is no solution? Then you're not looking hard enough. as everyone froze for a moment. I mean, think of it like this. If you're trying to kill someone to bring every solution to the problem of this world, it is a problem in itself because you did something bad. You're trying to end bad things, aren't you? Yes, I guess you can say that. Then you're not looking hard enough, because that takes time, a lot of patience, and also, you will find the right way. As most of the Akatsuki members were swayed. Here, that's more than what you owe me. At least 10,000 ryus more. Thank you for the advice. Okay, I guess. See you again. And once they all left, we go towards Amegakure where we see the Akatsuki members were present, deep in silence. I gotta say, the ramen was good, said Hidan. What? As everyone looked at him. I had to say something. You guys were just sitting there like stone. Jokes aside, that boy has given us something to think about. No, that is waste of time, said Zetsu. We have a goal, we can achieve it. He's just trying to, maybe distract us. No, Zetsu, said the masked person. The boy is right. To end all the wrongs, why make a wrong of ourselves? We're not looking hard enough. We have to find a solution. We have the power. We have everything, said Konan. Why don't we go out and help? Gather more people to our cause. And maybe they can help others. And in this way, we will not only be an organization, but a movement that will have to make sure that if the elemental nation doesn't stop their endless bloodshed and make more people like us, then we will. That is correct. Konan is right. And so the whole Akatsuki derivative was changed altogether. Zetsu was pissed to the core, so much so that he blurted out a few things that led to all the truth being revealed. What did you say, Zetsu? As Zetsu was confused now. Later when his memories were seen by the help of Rinnegan, what Pain found shook them to the core. Nagato, what did you found? As once Obito was revealed of the whole truth, Obito was standing there shocked. Even Hidan was, because his life, alongside the rest of them, was shaken, destroyed. All because he wanted stronger soldiers and saw the potential in them. Every word that has happened was his doing. In the name of Kaguya, even them were being used right now. What are we gonna do now? All that we were trying to do was for a false thing. We were not gonna save anything. We were gonna destroy everything. Ruin it for the others. Naruto was right. And so is Konan. Not everything is over. Maybe there is still things that we can do right. As Kakazu and Hidan didn't want to do that because they had goals of their own. And while they left, they were captured or either killed. While the remaining Akatsuki members went along with Konan's plan. And within an year, just 1 year, they saved and helped a lot of villages. Bandits were eradicated, and they were emerging as a nation of their own. The nation of the rising dawn, Akatsuki. The one that protected people, helped them, and did everything they could, alongside training them to make sure that they were safe. So much so that the power disruption was huge. Even people from the different villages went there. All the while Naruto's restaurant was not affected. He was not in politics, not within shinobi world. He was just a civilian, enjoying life, doing what he loved. All thanks to the Ichiraku sticking him in that day. And now he was running their branch too, in Land of Fire. As they visited him one night after, on vacation, saying that they have hired some few helping hands around. And after spending the time once they left, Naruto was about to close. As the Akatsuki arrived. Oh, you're back again. It's been a year since you arrived. Want me to cook the same thing again? I named it a dish. The New Dawn, I call it. Sounds befitting. As after having a bit of chat with Naruto, he then said, You were right, Naruto. I really wasn't looking hard enough, and was able to find quite a lot of harsh truths that were hard to swallow. But in the end, I was able to finally do a lot of good without doing any wrong. I'm proud of you, I guess. Yes. I guess I kind of wanted you to hear that. Thank you. And then he left a huge bag there. Oh, I'm sorry, mister, but you forgot your bag. The payment is inside it. As Naruto opened it to find all of it stacked with Ryus. As Naruto came outside, only to find that nothing was there. That is too much. But unaware to him, it was because of him that all of them changed and once more had life in their eyes, because they were doing good, making an impact much larger than Naruto could ever do, just because of the few events that he set into motion. As Naruto, he was happy because he could expand his restaurant now and was able to make it into the third branch that was opened into the land of Akatsuki itself, which he went to make sure that he himself ran it, while the second branch was now being run by a few helping hands, and Ayame, while Tenoichi still ran the first branch. The Ichiraku ramen family was going strong, and so was their ramen, selling like hotcakes into 3 different nations. As this is where I will be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.